Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Jacob Grider, and in today's episode, I'm going to show you how to change the rotors, calipers, and pads on a 99 to 04 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo. Should be, in theory, an easy job, but I would recommend some patience. May not be easy, may have some rusty bolts in there. But I'm going to show you everything that you need, including hardware and where I got it from. Most of it was on Amazon. Amazon and Walmart, so very cheap. Balling on a budget. So let's go ahead and get in this video. As far as hardware goes, this is basically all you need. You need the rotors, calipers, and pads. And some people don't use it, but I'm going to use it today. It's brake parts lubricant. I recommend using that just to avoid squeaks. And then brake parts cleaner, just because if you've got old bolts or you want to clean your brakes up, you can spray that on it and scratch it down with a wire brush. But this is basically all you need for the job. And then after you're done, you're going to need some .3 brake fluid. Your car might be different, but on this Jeep specifically, it's .3. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this video started. All right, now that the tire is off, we can go ahead and get to this caliper. You're going to have a T45 here and here. To break loose the caliper from the rotor. So we're gonna go ahead and get that done. All right, now that those two T45s are out, we can take the caliper off, rest it like so. And now we have two 18mm bolts that we will unscrew to get this off, and I will show you how that's done. Like I said before, there are two 18mm bolts here and one down here. You're gonna go ahead and unscrew those, and we'll go from there. Got those two 18mm out. Go ahead and take that piece off. It's best to clean this with brake parts cleaner and a wire brush. Now that we've got that piece off and cleaned, we're gonna go ahead and take the rotor off. Sometimes this is not super easy to do and there are more steps to it. But mine, I think, is just freely gonna come off. So just like so, it'll come off, and that thing is toasted. It is etched. I think I have a picture off of Snapchat from the old pads that were non-existent on it, and they were fried. Now that we got that off, we're gonna clean this area up, spray it with some brake cleaner, and use a little wire brush for it. All right, folks, now that I've got that old rotor off and this cleaned up here, I'm gonna put the new rotor on and go from there. Perfect. All right, that caliper is off, completely seized, and it looks like absolute garbage. So that is going to the garbage. Now, don't reuse this screw. I recommend using new, and it came with new, which is awesome. And it also came with your stabilizer, and I'll get to that in a little bit. The new one came with the same piece, so we're gonna go ahead and use this and put that on first with the two 18mm bolts that we have. And then from there, we're going to put the rest of the caliper on. Now that we put those two 18mm bolts back on, we're gonna put the new caliper on, which I'm super stoked on. So you're gonna put the tube for your brake fluid into this here. You're gonna screw that into there. And you have the two T45s that will hold it in place. But before you put this back on, you're gonna put your new brake pads in. And you're going to put the piece like this into the slot here, little hole there, and then you're gonna put this one over here. It kind of just sits there, other way, and that is gonna be the way it sits. From there, it's just going to slide on, and I'll show you guys how to do that in the time lapse. All right, so it's essentially the same thing as taking it off as it is putting it back on. So these pads in here are good to go. This right here, attach that back with my new hardware. And it just looks so much better. Oh my gosh, compared to that thing. Oh my gosh. So before we use the brakes, we're actually going to apply some brake lubricant. And then we're also actually going to bleed the brakes. Okay, we got the passenger side. Now it's time to get the driver's side. And this is probably the hardest part of the job. I was going to not show this in the video because it's probably going to take up some time, but I feel like it's really important. It should probably be in there. To get this off, there's a drum style emergency brake that condenses in. There's a little gear down here. I'll take a picture of that so you guys can see what it looks like. And you're going to scoop that up with a little screwdriver. A little flathead screwdriver makes the biggest difference because you don't have much space in between your shock and the shroud here. So just get you a little one there. Once you loosen that gear, that emergency brake, it's best to use a hammer or a mallet and hit the face of the rotor. Try your best not to hit the bolts, just the face of the rotor. And eventually it will knock free. If that doesn't work, you can always use heat after you've loosened this gear here around the bolts, around the rotor here. Do that for a few minutes and then try going back with the hammer or the mallet. But yeah, I'll take a picture of that and I'll let you guys see what that gear looks like. Coming over to this side, there's a small access port right here that was seen in the photo. And it usually has a rubber plug right here. I don't have that. Probably should get one. But this is where you're going to scoop upwards to disengage the parking brake. And then when you put the new rotor on, you're gonna go ahead and readjust it back down, all the way down, so you feel it stop. And from there, you're gonna put the caliper on and then bleed the brakes. A good way to check your work when you're disengaging the parking brake is to try and spin the wheel itself, or the rotor when it's on there. And if it doesn't move, then you know that the parking brake is still on. So as long as you're scooping upwards and you're checking your work, spins like this freely, you're good. And you're gonna try and go on this gear here, you're gonna try and get it scooping up until you feel it stop and you can't get it to move anymore. That way you know that the parking brake is completely disengaged. Now that I've shown you that little gear back there, that trick to get the e-brake down, let's go ahead and put that new rotor and caliper on. It's the same process with the brake line right here. Same process, so let's get started. All right, everyone, that about wraps it up for this video. If you have any questions, please leave it down in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one.